Hello there everybody, this is Ciaran and I'm here in Hartford, Connecticut, and this poem is called For Shergar. Here's whip and stirrup, terret and blinker. Here's something stolen that I can't return. It's Epsom Downs, or it's the Curragh of Kildare, where with a sudden shift of gears that makes him lift almost skyward, the odds-on favourite leaves behind a sluggish field. Of course, he brings the punters to their feet. Of course, the commentators, short of words, his voice rising through the registers as the jockey in the green of the Aga Khan rises almost to standing, and his mount breaks and enters the home straight. Even to say his name those days was to invoke a myth with a white blaze on its forehead and one wobbly eye. And any old nag, anyway, is so much rich vocabulary, just one hind leg made up of hock, fetlock, pastern, and coronet. If I watch this happen, then it must be on a neighbour's colour set, an early Wednesday in June, a sitting room where the man of the house rises from his chair to slap his thigh with an imaginary crop and call the horse in motion poetry. If I watch it again, it must be because I measure out my life in hands, open its mouth to count its rotting teeth, knowing everything we touch must turn to air. I'm 10. The horse stands in the winner's enclosure. The kettle boils. Someone brings out the tea and custard creams. And I'm not sure if this is ode or elegy, or if the difference matters. Here's cannon and coffin joint. Here's prophet's mark, the heart of a horse, which weighs about the same as a newborn babe. Here are the masked men who barge through the groom's door and steal the bay colt out under the winter stars. It's 2 years later. The wipers on my father's car, a Simca, a Chrysler, wave goodbye as we slosh through the rain behind the mover's van. The same day my grandfather leaves behind the broken stall of his body, his cancer too, a sort of kidnapper. Days like that, you learn to live a little more in the language. Days like that, you learn to love the names of things. Throat latch and muzzle, Paul and martingale. How to say Shergar is to conjure stealth and speed, even if he becomes less and less himself, and more the hieroglyph for horse simile. How to say the name or how to hold it back is to consider all that might disappear, loaded into a livestock box and later shot and buried in the bog with oak roots, arrowheads, a broken spear. So much of it is objects in the rear-view mirror. So much of it is loss, its felt dictions, the past tense entering its perfect form. Here is my father's Chrysler inching north with a slow puncture. Here's the fistful of dirt I'll never scatter over that lowered box. Here's the future with a smoker's cough, calling to say, we've got your horse. If you want proof, we can send you an ear.